Picture the Trier of today, a quaint German city of about 110,000, where the black basalt Porta Nigra stands as a UNESCO-listed gateway, amid cobblestone streets lined with wine bars, and the Moselle River's gentle flow. Tourists cycle past Roman ruins. Now, alliterate that serene landscape. Rewind to the year 300 AD, that same Moselle banks, Augusta Treverorum, Rome's northern capital, a sprawling metropolis encircled by 6.4 kilometers of towering stone walls, with 40 gates and towers, where imperial palaces gleam with marble and mosaics, and aqueducts feed massive baths for 80,000 inhabitants. A teeming hub of power in the Tetrarchy, residence of Caesar Constantius Chlorus. Legionaries patrol ramparts, merchants crowd forums, and the Rhine frontier pulses with the empire's might. This is Trier at its apex, a Roman powerhouse far from the Tiber, blending Gallic roots with imperial grandeur. How did this Treveran oppidum become the West's de facto capital? What rhythms define life in this distant outpost? Positioned on the Moselle's right bank, the layout capitalized on natural defenses, rivers to the east and south, hills to the west. The core followed an orthogonal grid, with the Cardo Maximus running north-south and the Decumanus Maximus east-west, intersecting at the Forum. A massive complex, streets were 6-8 meters wide, paved with basalt slabs for drainage, flanked by porticos for shade. The walls, constructed in the late 3rd century amid Alemannic threats, formed an irregular oval 6.4 kilometers long, 4 meters thick, and 6-8 meters high, with 40 semicircular towers and gates, like the Porta Nigra. Its double arches handling traffic from the Moselber ski. Aqueducts from the Ruhr Valley, 20 kilometers long, delivered 25,000 cubic meters of water daily to fountains, baths, and sewers. A network of stone channels flushing waste to the Moselle. Planning was overseen by the Ordo Decurionum under the Prizes. Suburbs sprawled beyond walls. The Altbachtal industrial zone for potteries, amphitheater, and circus for spectacles. This layout prioritized military logistics, with barracks for the Praetorian Guard under Constantius, and trade routes like the Via Agrippa. No zoning separated residential from commercial. Insulae integrated shops and homes. This expanse fostered a dynamic urbanism that supported the empire's northern administration. Such planning not only secured the frontier, but framed the monumental architecture that proclaimed Rome's presence. Transition from Trier's half-timbered charm to imposing Roman edifices. Black gates loom, red-tiled roofs stretch. In 300 AD, Augusta Treverorum's architecture showcased provincial opulence, rivaling Gaul's finest with materials blending local resources and imperial imports. The Porta Nigra, constructed around 170 AD from local sandstone blocks, stood 30 meters high with twin towers and courtyards. Its darkened patina earning its medieval name. Imperial palaces defined grandeur. The Kaiserthermen, expanded under Constantius Chlorus, covered 10 hectares near the Forum, with audience halls like the Aula Palatina, a brick basilica 67 meters long, 27 meters wide, and 33 meters high, heated by hypocausts and lit by massive windows, its scale symbolizing tetrarchic authority. Baths like the Kaiserthermen, begun in the late 3rd century, spanned 5 hectares with caldaria, tepadaria, and palestra, vaulted in concrete, capable of serving 1,000 bathers daily. Temples honored the Pantheon, the Altbachtal sanctuary complex, with over 60 shrines to Mercury and Rosmerta, used local stone altars inscribed with vows. Homes ranged from elite villas with mosaics, to multi-story insulae of brick and timber up to 4 floors with ground tabernae. Building materials exploited the region. Eiffel basalt for pavements, Moselle sandstone for walls, tufa from Broltal for facings, lime mortar with volcanic ash for durability, bricks fired locally, imported African marble-clad palaces. Construction employed opus vitatum for walls, wooden centering for arches. Sanitation included latrines flushed by aqueduct overflow. This architecture embodied living empire, Over 50 inscriptions dedicate buildings to emperors. These structures not only endured Alemannic raids, but stratified the society dwelling within, filled the streets with diverse togas, a bustling crowd dwarfing today's tourists but modest by Roman standards. Around 300 AD, Trier's population reached 80,000 to 100,000, the largest north of the Alps, estimated from urban area and housing density. Social classes mirrored imperial diversity. Elite, senators and equestrians, 2-5, like governors residing in palaces. Curiales, 10-15, local landowners managing taxes, living in urban domus with mosaics. Citizens, 40-50, artisans, merchants and insulae mini Treveri veterans. Peregrini, 20-30, Germanic auxiliaries, traders. Slaves, 15-20, mining or domestic. Women administered households. Children attended schools, teaching Latin. Necropolis osteology shows mixed Celtic-Roman ancestry, diets of grain, wine, meat via isotopes. Class-dictated life. Elites in villas with gardens, commoners in tenements. Unlike modern Trier's middle class, hierarchy was citizenship-based, with census enforcing obligations, influencing daily patterns. Forums team, bakers distribute bread, scribes draft. Daily life in 300 AD followed Roman schedules. Sunrise, ablutions at fountains, breakfast of bread and olives. Occupations, vintners tended Moselle vineyards, potters produced sigillata ware in kilns, smiths forged tools, merchants sold in Macellum, women wove, shopped, slaves labored. Meals, cena with garum, fish, local wine. Evenings, baths, theater. Seating 6,000. Hazards, Moselle floods, barbarian incursions, average lifespan 40 years. Community, Saturnalia festivals. Differed from modern, public-oriented, seasonal. Markets exchange, Rhenish wine for Gallic grain. Trade thrived on Moselle Rhine. Economy, cultural, with mint issuing coins under Constantius. Shifts, Tetrarchic stability boosted. Unlike Trier's tourism economy, riverine agricultural. Palatina audiences, Caesar decrees. As Belgica Prima capital governed by Prizes, but imperial residence under Constantius. Structure, vicarious for Gallia diocese. Consequences, tax reforms under Diocletian burdened Curiales. Temples sacrifice, incense to Jupiter. Polytheism, with imperial cult in forum. Mithras Tauroctones in Mithria. Influence, loyalty to Rome. Families banquet, Latin with Gallic accents. Norms, baths social, paterfamilias authority. Walls vigilant, artillery mounted. Defense, Rhine legions, 20,000 troops. Warfare against Alemanni. Merge, visuals, Porta Nigra endures. In 300 AD, Imperial Trier contrasted quaint today. Barbarian Sacs, Frankish rule. Developments, Christianity, evil contraction. Perspective, grandeurs fragility teaches appreciation for remnants.